It's still Leicester and it's still Ipswich at the top of the table over in the Championship, of course. But breathing down the necks is Southampton, who could squeeze in to the top two this weekend. Will it happen? We're going to take a little look next. That's my first Battles Game prediction video. Today we'll take a look at match number 27, of course, over the Championship, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you knew where you've been, smash the old subscribe button, back to all things Rovers related, Championship related, world football related. We're going to all here, boys, under one roof here, of course. Busy weeks, or busy start to 2024 for everybody, of course, with FA Cup just last weekend, of course, but a return to Championship football is on the agenda. We'll take a look at all of it in a second, of course. Big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons, you know who you are, and again, make sure you whop the old subscribe button. Of course, a whopping 78% of you are unsubscribed. And as a full disclosure here, we are not bringing you an update with the Super Brew right now because I am very pushed for time, trying to get a lot of these videos in the editing suite before we hit the skids on my next bit of travel, which is of course hitting the road up to Pennsylvania. But anyway, enough about me, enough about jibber jabber. Let's tell you what we're talking about. We are talking about this, of course. Where am I? I'm also a little bit sick, so where am I? There I am. I'm a little bit under the weather, so please forgive any snotty coffee and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, these were the last games that were the full fixture list over in the Championship. I'm not going to include my predictions right now because it's just too much work for me right now. Anyway, of course, Sunday, big 2-0 winners over Preston North End Rovers with a 2-2 draw against Rotherham. I was there. Was I there? I wasn't there. I was watching it on stream. Of course I was. I wasn't there. Meanwhile, Bristol City did lose to Millwall. Big win for them on the road. Meanwhile, Coventry City are the team to avoid right now. 3-1 win on the road against Middlesbrough. Leeds United 3-0 winners over Birmingham, who have decided to part ways with Wayne Rooney. It was a long time coming, wasn't it? Meanwhile, Leicester City 4-1 winners over Huddersfield. Norwich City with a 1-1 draw at Southampton. Big result there. Plymouth Argyle, managerless at the moment. Looking like Scotty Parker could come in there. 3-3 draw against Watford. Big result that. QPR with a 1-0 loss. 2-1 loss to Cardiff. Stoke City with a 0-0 draw against Ipswich Town under Schumacher. Of course, Swansea City with a 1-0 win over West Brom. And Wednesday 3, Hull City 1. As of course, Wednesday start to grind out some results once again. Those, of course, are the last games, the last full fixture list anyway. There might be some little games in amongst us, but the table looks like this. Southampton are within striking distance of the top two. Goal difference is exactly the same as Ipswich. So is it just a matter of time when these two sides will flip-flop? We'll see about that. One thing we can say, I think Leicester City are on their way back to the Premier League at the moment. They look uncatchable. Going down there, Rotherham, QPR and Wednesday. Don't look at Rovers right now. It is very scary stuff. And hopefully we can get some results and fast. Will we get a result this weekend? That's the question. Well, I don't know because these are the games right here, right now. Again, no Super Brew update. We'll get back to that hopefully next week. It might not be next week though. It might be the weekend after, but we'll be back soon. So just be patient, hang tight. But we're going to get the videos keep on coming. Get your predictions in using the link as you have been doing. So let's get cracking. Of course, now these games are coming at you on the weekend of the 12th. Of course, I am recording this on the 4th. The FA Cup happens in between. So form, injuries, all kinds of shit could happen and change with the way these looks. But I'm going to give them to you anyway. So kick it all off with Hull Norwich Friday night. That's right, Friday the 12th of Jan. Played each other 18 times, these two sides, since 2005. 5 wins to Hull, 6 wins to Norwich, 7 draws, of course. Biggest win for Hull, 2-0 win. They got 22 goals scored in 18 games, 1.22 goals a game on average. Norwich, though, 3-1 win. The biggest score in 23 goals in 18 matches, 1.28 goals a game on average. Norwich City on 50% form for them right now. Just 1 win, though, in 5. They are 13th for the table with 35 points on the board. Up against the Hull City side, 50% form for them right now, 1-3 and lost 3 over the last 6. They are 7th with 39 points on the board. Up against last time around, over at the MKM Stadium, it was a 2-1 win for Hull back in August 2022. The odds for this one, we're looking at 20-19 on is your Hull, 11-4 is the draw, 5-2 is your away win. Hull are really hot and cold right now. I don't really know which way to go on this one. We saw the best and worst of them when they took on Rovers, but they came out on top. I think at home, they think they're a 4-3 record with 2-1 win, though, for Hull over Norwich. Meanwhile, Coventry City against Leicester. Now, this is a bit of a surprise. I'm going with a bit of a surprise on the curveball here. Picture 29 times in 1994. We got 5 wins to Coventry, 13 wins to Leicester, 11 draws, of course. Biggest win for Coventry, 2-0 win. They got 27 goals scored in 29 matches, 0.93 goals a game. Up against Leicester, though, 13 wins, of course, 3-0 win. The biggest, 38 goals scored in 29 matches, 1.31 goals a game on average. Leicester on 92% form for them right now. They are first with 65 points on the board, winning 5 of the last 6. Up against Coventry side, they are 8th, 37 points on the board. They are on 75% form for them right now, winning 3 of the last 4. They've had a good Christmas break, or good Christmas period. Last time around, they're over at the Rico, or Coventry, or whenever they were the host back in August 2011. It was a 1-0 win for Leicester. The odds, though, for this one, we're looking at Coventry 14-5 for the victory. 2019 on is your Leicester Leicester. We've got 5-2 is the draw. I'm back in Coventry here to get something out of this. Going over the 2-1 win. I am. Surprise, surprise. Leicester will lose games here between now and the end of the season. They won't lose many, but I think Coventry have got the form. They're looking good right now, and they're might be back in the playoff discussion. We'll see about that. So 2-1 win for Coventry. We'll see where they end up at the end of this one. Birmingham City under Swansea against Swansea City. Of course, Swansea City about to announce Luke Williams as manager. It should be announced by the time this video goes out. Birmingham looking for a new coach after sacking Wayne Rooney. Will it be Cooper? Will it be somebody else? Well, again, we should probably find out by the time this video goes live, or at least by the time this game actually happens. So anyway, coming at you over at St Andrews. Played each other 16 times since 2008. 5 wins for Birmingham, 4 for Swansea, 7 draws, of course. Biggest win for the Burries, 3-1 win. They got 21 goals scored in 16 games, 1.31 goals a game on average. Swansea, though, 3-0 win. The biggest scoring, 23 goals scored in 16 games, 1.44 goals a game. On average, 50% form though for Swansea right now. One defeat in the last 4. They are 60th for the table with 32 points on the board. Up against Birmingham without a win in 5 now. 33% form for them, and they are 20th with 28 points on the board at the moment. Of course, last time around though, over in Birmingham, it was a 2-2 draw back in November 2022. Birmingham are unbeaten against Swansea over the last 6, picking up 3 wins and 3 draws. The odds though, 7-5 is your Birmingham, 50-8 is your Swansea, 12-5 is the draw. I'm back in Birmingham to win this game. If Wayne Rooney was here, would they have won it? I don't know. I think it might have been a draw, but I think a win with caretaker, with a new coach, they'll get the points no matter what. Cardiff City up against Leeds United coming at you over in Wales. Now, these two sides have played each other 25 times, done 14 wins for Cardiff, 4 for Leeds, 7 draws, of course. Cardiff, though, 4-0 win. The biggest, scoring 42 goals in 25 games, 1.68 goals a game on average. Leeds, though, 5-2 win. The biggest, scored 27 goals in 25 matches, 1.08 goals a game on average. Leeds United, 2 wins the last 6, 42% form for them right now. They are 4th with 48 points on the board. Up against the Cardiff side, just 1 defeat in the last 4, 9th at the table with 37 points on the board. Last time around, though, over in Wales, it was a 2-2 draw back in January 2023. It was in the FA Cup. However, last time in the league, it was a 2-0 win for Cardiff back in June 2020. The odds for this one, we're looking at Cardiff 70-4 for the victory, 64 on is, of course, your Leeds. 13-5 is your draw. You know, form books suggest that Leeds don't like playing Cardiff whatsoever on this one, but the bookies have Leeds overwhelming favourites. I'm going with the bookies here, 2-1 win. It won't be impressive, but they'll be a narrow win, which again could go in favour of Cardiff. Millwall up against Middlesbrough in the Battle of the M's, coming at you at the Den. That's right, played each other 29 times in 1993. 9 wins for Millwall, 11 wins for Middlesbrough, 9 draws. Of course, biggest win for Millwall, 2-0 win. They got 30 goals in 29 matches, 1.03 goals a game on average. Borough, though, 5-1 win. The biggest scoring 44 goals in those 29 games, 1.52 goals a game on average. Middlesbrough, 67% form for them right now, 12th in the table, 36 points on the board, just 1 win in the last 3. Up against Millwall, unbeaten in the last 5, 67% form for them right now, 15th for the table with 32 points on the board as well. So Joe Edwards starting to click into gear right now. Last time around, over at the Den, it was a 2-0 win for Millwall back in October 2022. The odds here, 9-5 is your Millwall, 29-20 is your Middlesbrough, 12-5 is the draw. I think I've given Millwall the edge here. Going to go with a 1-1 draw. Could go full whack and give Millwall the W, but I'm going to go with to keep it nice and clean, point apiece in the bag. Southampton up against Sheffield Wednesday coming at you at St Mary's. Of course, this match taking place on with the rest of the gang on the 13th of Jan. Played each other 27 times in 1993. 11 wins for Southampton, 7 wins for Sheffield Wednesday, and 9 draws. Biggest win for Southampton, 3-0 win. They got 37 goals in 27 matches, 1.37 goals a game on average. Wednesday, 5-0 win. The biggest, 34 goals scored in 27 matches, 1.26 goals a game on average. Wednesday, they're winning 3 and losing 3 of the last 6, 50% form for them right now. They are 22nd with 22 points on the board. Up against the Saints, they are 3rd, 52 points on the board, 83% form for them right now. Looking hot to trot. Last time around at St Mary's in the league was a 2-0 win for Southampton back in March 2011. That was in League One. Goodness gracious me. The odds, though, for this one, Southampton 29 on for the victory. They are favoured here. 7-2 is your draw. 5-1 is your long shots, which, of course, will be Sheffield Wednesday. We're going to go for the Saints here. 3-0 win for them, and that should put them in, as of recording, and then we'll put them into second spot heading into the evening game, which will be Ipswich against Sunderland. So a win there should put them into second spot. Could that be a mental issue for Ipswich? We'll see. Huddersfield Town, though, taking on Plymouth Argyle, coming at you over at the John Smith Stadium. Played each other 5 times, 2003. 2 wins for Huddersfield, 3 for Plymouth, and 0 draws. Of course, Huddersfield Town 3-2 win. The biggest, scored 8 goals in those 5 games, 1.60 goals a game on average. Plymouth, though, 3-1 win. The biggest, scoring 10 goals in 5 games, 2 goals a game on average. Plymouth, though, just one defeat in the last 6, 50% form for them right now. 80 for the table and 29 points on the board. Who will be the manager? That's the big question right here, right now, as of recording. Up against Huddersfield Town side, 21st in the table, 25 points on the board. They are 1 win in 6. Of course, last time around, though, in Huddersfield, in the league, it was a 3-2 win for Huddersfield back in actually in January 2011. 3-2 win it was in League One. The odds, though, for this one, we're looking at Huddersfield Town, 31-20 for the Rich, 12-5 is a draw, 70-10 is your Plymouth. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Huddersfield here. Of course, don't know who the coach is going to be, but I think Huddersfield at Town at home can be difficult. I've seen it in the flesh, of course, this season. Preston North End up against Bristol City. Come on, up Deepdale. Played 29 times, 10 wins for Preston, 6 wins for Bristol City, and 13 draws, of course. Biggest win for Preston, 5-0 win. They got 38 goals in 29 matches, 1.31 goals a game on average. Bristol City under Liam Manning, 4-0 win. The biggest score in 36 goals in 29 games, 1.24 goals a game on average. 58% form are Bristol City. Just back-to-back games now without a win. They are 11th in the table, 36 points on the board. Up against the Preston side, 2 wins the last 6, 33% form for them right now. They are 14th with 35 points on the board. Last time around, they're over at Deepdale. It was a 2-1 win for Bristol City, who are unbeaten against Preston over the last 6, 3 wins and 3 draws heading into this one. Last time around, they're over at Deep, actually with bookies odds for this game. 29-20 is your Preston, 9-5 is your away win, 12-5 is your draw here. Smells like a draw, but they're going to go with a 2-0 win for Preston, breaking the hoodoo, getting back to winning ways against Bristol City. Meanwhile, Rotherham United up against Stoke City, of course, coming at you at the New York Stadium. Played each other 15 times, turned 2, 5 wins apiece and 5 draws, of course. Biggest win for Rotherham, a 4-0 win. They got 24 goals in those 15 games, 1.60 goals a game on average. Stoke, though, 6-1 win, the biggest, 26 goals scored in 15 games, 1.73 goals a game on average. Stoke drawing 5 of the last 6 games. They're 58% form for them right now. They are 19th in the table. Up against the Rotherham side, just 1 win in the last 6. However, unbeaten in the last 3, 33% form for them at the moment as well. Last time around, over at Rotherham, it was a 2-2 draw back in December 2022. That was actually on Boxing Day. Of course, the odds, though, for this one, we look at Rotherham 14-5 for the victory, 5-2 is draw, 11-10 on is your Stoke. They are favoured here for this one. But Rotherham at home, sticky wicket, no matter who is your coach. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Rotherham. Schumacher taking the L on this one. Into the final 3 now. It's the zinger. Is West Brom. Might be over in Philadelphia for this one. I don't know. We'll see. 25 times they played each other since 1999. 6 wins for West Brom, 9 for Blackburn, and 10 draws, of course. Biggest win for the Baggies. 3-0 win. They got 28 goals scored in 25 matches. 1.12 goals a game on average. The Rovers, though, 2-0 win. The biggest, scoring 32 goals in 25 games. 1.28 goals a game on average. 25% form for Rovers right now. Absolutely dog shit, sackable form that is right now. 17th at the table. 32 points on the board. Up against the West Brom side, who are 5th with 42 points on the board. Of course, winning 3 of the last 6. Last time around, over at the Hawthorns, it was a 1-1 draw back in February 2023. Rovers are unbeaten against West Brom over the last 4, picking up a couple of wins and a couple of draws. Just 1 defeat for the last 6, so you never know. Of course, the bookies odds for this one, West Brom coming at you, 10-7 on for the victory, 15-4 is your Rovers, and 14-5 is your away win here. I'm going to go with a loss here, 2-1 win. We don't keep clean sheets, and of course, we're in a really sticky, shitty bit of form. However, win this, who knows where we'll end up this season. Meanwhile, it's just Town up against Sunderland. It's the late kick-off on, of course, the 13th of Jan. 26 times they played each other since 1995. 9 wins for Ipswich. Got 13 wins for Sunderland and 4 draws. Of course, biggest win for the Tractor Boys. 5-0 win. They got 36 goals in 26 matches. 1.38 goals a game on average. Sunderland, though, 4-1 win, the biggest. 34 goals scored in 26 matches. 1.31 goals a game on average. Michael Beale's boys, 58% form for them right now. Unbeaten in the last 3. They are 6th. With 40 points on the board. Up against Ipswich, who are 50% form for them right now, without a win in 5. Of course, second at the table with 55 points on the board. Last time around, they're over at Portman Road. It was a 1-1 draw back in December 2021. That was in League One. Of course, the odds for this one, we're looking at Ipswich 21-20 for the victory, 5-2 is your draw, and 12-5 is your away win. Going to go with Ipswich Town here, 3-0 win. Go back to second here with that win, ousting Southampton in the process, keeping the goal difference exactly the same. And then wrapping up. It's QPR, it's Watford. It's on Sunday, January the 14th. Now, these two sides, picture 26 times in 1988. We've got 9 wins for QPR. We've got 12 wins for Watford, and we've got 5 draws, of course. 2-0 win, the biggest for QPR. 30 goals scored in 26 matches, 1.15 goals a game on average. The Hornets, though, 4-0 win, the biggest. 40 goals scored in 26 matches, 1.54 goals a game on average. Watford, 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. They are 10th with 36 points on the board. Up against QPR side without a win in at least the last 6 games. They are 23rd with 21 points on the board. Last time around, they're over at QPR. It was a 1-0 win for QPR back in March 2023. The odds for this one, QPR 90-10 for the victory, 7-5 is your away win, 11-5 is the draw. All eyes on this one on Sunday on Sky Sports. Going with a shocker. 1-0 win for QPR. 3 points in the bag. To join my little shocker Rooney fest here. Any away wins? Did I got any? I got 1 away win there. Just the 1 away win in my bracket. But that's it. That's it, guys. Of course, we will be back very, very soon with the latest round of picks. But if I'm right, this is what the table will look like. next time around, of course, Cardiff. Oh, I don't even know what I'm saying about Cardiff. Well, Cardiff will be in 10th, just in case you're wondering. But it'll be Leicester, it'll be Ipswich, it'll be Southampton, and of course Leeds, West Brom, and then Hull going down Rotherham, Sheffield Wednesday, and QPR, or something along those lines. Anyway, be sure to subscribe, be sure to check us out whenever we come back. But until then, guys, I'll see you soon for the next one.